Bob Elms. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Bob Elms. I'm really here just to give council a heads up. 2 years ago, when I was on the Gateway School Board, Gateway put together a plan for reorganization of the Gateway School District, and it included 5 different options. According to Pennsylvania School Code, a mandatory public hearing has to occur 3 months before the board takes any actions at all regarding closing of a school. That public hearing actually occurred December 9th, 2015. By the time the 3 months had expired, all those options had been discarded. And, you know, that's the whole purpose of it. It's a cooling off period. And just recently I read that the school board, the Gateway School Board, approved and submitted a rezoning request to Monroeville. The seated school board seems to have taken the first step in closing the Gateway Middle School. This has been done without the mandatory public hearing of 3 months in advance of this action. And just to reiterate, no public hearing on the closure of the Gateway Middle School has occurred, yet 3 board members have stated the next step after rezoning is a motion to sell or lease the Gateway Middle School property. Now, you can't sell a property until you close it, so, you know, even though nobody said it's going to be closed, the implication is it's going to happen. I was a little disturbed by this, and so I sent a copy of all of this information that I saw off to the Department of Education. It's not my opinion that counts, it's what the Department of Education determines, and it's in the process of trying to find the right people to evaluate it. And so my purpose here is, just to be clear, the legal issue is not what will be done with the Gateway Middle School. The legal issue is whether or not the school code has been violated by not holding a public hearing 3 months prior to the board taking any action. And the state's made it clear through the Sunshine Act and the school code that really you shouldn't be doing things behind closed doors. It has to have public action and public opportunity to discuss things. How Monroeville handles the Gateway request to rezoning really is important. You know, if the Department of Education says there's no problem, they haven't violated anything, who cares? But if the Department of Education comes back and says, yes, this is inappropriate, if Monroeville takes no action, there's no problem either, because there's no damage that has been done. If the property is rezoned, that's kind of serious, and I don't know what would happen after that, because that's a commitment that has occurred based on an improper action. So that's my warning here. It's really, you know, there doesn't seem to be any rush to do this. I would just suggest that the municipality wait to see what PDE has to say about, you know, the legality of what's going on. That's going to keep you out of trouble. And none of the taxpayers need any trouble here. The other thing is you know, the Gateway Middle School is a public property. The public really should have the opportunity to hear and understand what's going on, and I would just ask that, you know, the municipality make sure that the public has an opportunity to hear what's going on and address the issue through a public meeting. Whether or not the Gateway does it, I don't know. So I talked to a few residents, and I'll tell you what, the residents want answers, not actions right now. So I just passed that on to you. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Bob. Once again, ladies and gentlemen.